Good evening, beautiful souls. Welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the video. Or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Just blessed day, blessed space. It's starting to get dark here in Florida. It's probably, gosh, I don't know, 5 o'clock maybe. This is the last reading of the night. And the reading that I want to do tonight, I want to do it on the devil energy that shows up in our lives. I want to do it like on general devil energy. The devil has shown up in several readings that I've done today. The 11:11 reading I did earlier, and a couple of personal, in-person readings that I did. So I feel like, and it's nagging at me. Every time I've done one of these readings, it's nagging at me. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do a reading on, I'm going to ask Spirit flat out, can you tell me what this devil energy that's kind of hanging around, I feel collectively, what it is and what we can each do about clearing that? Because, it's an oppressive energy. In this instance, it feels a little like naggy. When I was looking at the devil in the Light Seer deck earlier today, I saw an aspect to that particular artwork that I've never seen before, where I always thought that I should have had the card. I wasn't planning to talk about the devil. I don't know if I can find it easily enough. Ah, look at that. Spirit's so good to me. This is the devil in the Light Seer deck. He's kind of a sexy devil. I have moments with that devil going, this glitter hair. Anyway, not the point. I love this deck. I've been using this deck a lot for the last year. But I have never noticed this person hanging off. I always thought this was like a tempting devil going like, come to me, with his hand out. I, honest to God, never noticed the puppet strings and the puppet hanging off of his hand. This devil is the puppet master. And, down here in the fear are the people that he commands. So we're going to learn how to get out of that today, or we're hopefully going to get some insight on that aspect, on how we can cut the strings of the devil in our life. Sounds like a very strange reading, but let's go for it and see what happens. All right, first card out is the Five of Wands. Let go of the pettiness. That would be a good way to cut out the devil. Oh gosh, the second card out is the Ace of Swords. That's Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Third card, good grief, the devil. The devil. I told you, he's hanging around a lot today in the collective energy. And the fourth card out is the Eight of Wands. It looks like he's being attacked by the devil. Also, the card on the top is bugging me, so I'm going to pull it. It's the Four of Wands. I'm not really sure what the connection is to that. I just felt like I needed to see it. I needed to pull it. It needed to be part of this reading. I'm not feeling like using a second deck yet to clarify, so we're going to go on with this deck here. The story as it's laid out very briefly here is the Five of Wands is pettiness. It's stupid arguments. It's, backstabbing, office gossip, just not letting the little things go. It's a really weak energy. It's actually a very weak card in the tarot. But it messes us up big. So, that's all devil energy right there too, but it's that little nuancy devil energy. To break free of that, you need the Sword of Truth. You need to find your warrior self and just slay this particular dragon. Then we have the devil coming back again. The devil in this deck, what's that, a praying mantis, I think? Climbing up a flower that looks like a saxophone. It's funny. It's a 15, which is a 6, which is Venus. Eight of Swords is our, quote unquote, outcome card on this, or the Eight of Wands, I'm sorry, which is, getting the message across, getting through all the arrows with the message. It's valiant. It's the energy on this particular one is coming across valiant behavior. Let me go ahead and lay a couple more cards out and see what we can do to deepen this. We've got the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor. And the Page of Cups. Wow. This is all major arcana. And then we go down to a tiny page. There is pesky devil energy lingering, and God's the only one that can clear it. But we call on God with our acts of bravery and valiant behavior, valiant action. And then God's going to send in, and this is totally weird. I'm channeling this. This isn't really the cards per se, but then God sends in a page. This cup is the elixir. This cup is the antidote for the devil. This cup is, drink this and the strings disappear. I get that that's a very weird rendition of these cards, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm going to go one layer deeper. We got the Knight of Pentacles. We got the Four of Swords. The Ten of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. Okay. We're done with that deck. I just heard that one loud and clear. It's like, that's enough cards from that deck. I want to get to the bottom. I want to be helpful in the respect of what can we do to clear devil energy. I get that we need to rely on God because our paths are destined. And this Emperor coming in on this deck, this is like the Emperor that comes in to save the day. This is, this is Ganesh energy. And I don't say that about all elephants. There's a bunch of elephants on my White Sage deck that I never feel that way about. But this elephant here, he's coming in with his sword. He's going to break down all the barriers. But that's, again, I keep going back to this card here. The energy on this card is the Eight of Wands. But this bird, to me, looks under attack. Which is not what the Eight of Wands should be. This is like a topsy-turvy Eight of Wands. Which is what the devil energy feels like to me. It's like a topsy-turvy. It's not real. The devil energy, whatever it is that you're struggling with, the little nuancey stuff that you're struggling with, the what ifs, that stuff's not real. I go back to the Five of Wands. It starts out and it ends in the same place. It's not real. And I realize that that's usually, your Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords cards. But that's the energy I'm getting off of these two cards. It's like whatever you're struggling with right now, battling, it's not real. And quite frankly, with all of these major arcanas coming up on top of these cards, all you have to do is show your bravery. Show up with your truth. And God's going to come in. God's going to come in. Ganesh comes in and blows out the barricades. Knocks down all the walls. Your destiny is too important. Nothing can stop this destiny. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight. And it's funny, actually, this bottom layer that we got down here, I'm going to take this in a little bit different. We're going to go layer by layer down. Okay, not real. Use your sword to fight the devil. Use your truth to fight the devil energy, the what ifs, the weird mindsets, the things of you not being enough. That's what I keep hearing. It's like you're enough. But you're buying into you're not enough. You're not perfect enough. It's like, I get that. Because I'm struggling with that with these readings. Doing readings on YouTube, very different than doing readings in person. Because you don't get any feedback. I can't ask you a direct question and have you answer me. It's very different. And I struggle with the whole, gosh, am I doing this right? Am I servicing the collective? Is what I'm doing valid? That there's a lot of that energy on this card. There's also a lot of what ifs. Like, if I let go of this, what if I don't get anything better? I know what I have isn't great, but it's good enough. There's a lot of that energy on here too. But it's like, I feel like if you wait too long to draw that sword and attack the devil, you're going to be under attack by a lot more. This is going to multiply, and you're going to get, there's going to be more and more and more and more and more of these arrows, each of these arrows being a thought, or an action by, I'm not going to say an enemy, but like somebody that is set up against you, not even intentionally, but just set up to kind of mind fuck you. Apologies for the language. That's what I get off of that. This card here is is a major card of just nuances and silly petty differences and things that aren't real. If you come down the next level though, it's like, stay in the battle, use your sword, ground in your truth, stay in this battle. God comes in to save the day and brings you the elixir that changes everything, that heals everything. After that, things slow down a little bit. The Knight of Pentacles, I just heard you become the Knight of Pentacles. You become the Knight of Pentacles with the offer to take. But it's slow moving, it's slow and steady, and rest after the battle comes back in. This Ten of Cups is a little dreamy. I feel like this is where you want to be headed, and where your North Star is, what you've set out, what your Knight of Pentacles has set out to achieve. And it starts with, Three of Pentacles is a very balanced stability. This is working with others. The ants on this card all working together to get the dewdrop for their collective. The reading I did earlier, the 11:11 reading, was a lot about, friendships, true friendships, ones that come in, you are a collective, you are a tribe, the real deal ones. Those are worth having. I'm going to kind of set these aside, because what I want to do is, I'm not going to get rid of them because we might need to come back to them. But what I want to do is set out another, not a whole other reading or whatever, but I want more advice on that sort of truth, on standing in our truth, on, what are the actions that we should be taking right now? I don't want to say to make sure that God's on our side, because God's always on our side. But what do we need to do to activate, Ganesh coming in and knocking down the blocks, and, the battle crescendo, so that we can move on to the next stage. Okay, we've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Five of Cups back again. Death. There's a new card. And then the Six of Cups. Okay, and the Five of Wands again wanted to come out with this one. All right. Well, it's not really with that one. I just felt, we just needed to draw that one. All right. So Eight of Cups is something in this deck. It's like something crashing, something falling to its end. In other decks, it's you choosing to walk away. In this deck, it's a little bit more towery. The energy on it is, this cup has fallen off the top and is going to crash on the ground. And then you're going to be stuck, because all you're going to want to see is the broken cup. Or in this case, the 3 broken cups, and not the 2 cups that are still left solid. And sometimes it's just hard because 3 is more than 2, so you feel like you've lost more than you've got left. But that 2 is really strong and really solid, so you shouldn't discount the 2 cups that you have left. In this deck, this particular Five of Cups, because it's not drawn the way the traditional Five of Cups is drawn, I always see this one as, there's a crack occurring. If this isn't tended to, this cup is going to split. These 4 cups are going to fall, and you're not going to have any cups left. What are you feeling pressure about, this holiday season, or just in your life in general? What are you feeling a lot of pressure about? Because I feel like stuff is going to topple if you don't deal with that. With the Death card actually being next, this is supposed to die. This is all answering our Five of Wands that we had earlier on in the deck. There's something that's supposed to die. It's a relationship. It's a job. Let me see if I can get more clarity on what exactly it is. Two of Wands. You're not making the decision. You're stuck. You're stuck. You have a decision to make and you're stuck. With this being Wands, it speaks to creativity, passion, fire. Ooh, what did my guys just say? Maybe you're in a relationship that's really passionate, but it's not the relationship you're supposed to be in. I also get creativity off of that card. Let me draw a couple more. Oh, we got that Three of Pentacles back. Because you need, with a stable foundation, these cups don't crack. Until the Tower comes, apparently. and then the whole Tower. Oh, with a stable foundation under these cups, the Tower cracks and not your stuff. If the Tower cracks, it goes away and it doesn't affect you. I get that that's a bit of an outside reach on these. But you know, I channel the energy and I feel the energy on the card, and I channel a story through them. So, you know, if you're into that, then I'm your channel. If you're not, there are a lot of really great, more strict tarot people out there on YouTube. You know, no harm, no foul. You have to find a place where you're comfortable. And I always read stories into the cards. It's how I channel the energy and how I read it. We've got the Six of Wands. That's victory over death. And we're back to the Four of Swords. Ooh, that Four of Swords. I didn't see him all day, and now I'm starting to see him all the time. Mindfuckery. There it is. I was waiting to see that one. All right. There is a lot of devil energy. I'm going to sum everything up for you now. There's a lot of devil energy in the collective right now. And I think a lot of that has to do with we're all very, very tired. And a lot of us have our guard down. So watch that. We need to be standing in our truth. We're going to need to fight battles still going into next year. So we need to take the winter, I keep saying over and over again, to rest, to recharge, to have everything together that we need to have together so that we can face the next battle. We're in a bit of a lull right now, and this is the time to do that. With these cards here, you have something teetering on the brink of breaking. It's because you're not making a choice. It's because you're stuck. How should they get unstuck? We're back with our Eight of Wands. This one's not so much, doesn't have that same frenetic energy of battle on it. This is simply forward movement, quick forward movement. You need to learn something. With that Page of Swords, it's a youthful energy, but she's ready to learn things. She's ready to make decisive action. You've got to make that choice. Making that choice is what's going to unstick you. If you don't get unstuck, you know, these cups are going to start to crack and break, and your whole thing's going to fall in. You're headed towards a tower if you don't make the choice. Part of the choice has something to do with your stability, with your foundation. The Three of Pentacles, as I was just saying, because this is twice now the Three of Pentacles has come up. So this is, you know, you really want to pay attention when you get a double. When you get a double card, it's always important to pay attention to that. This is work with your tribe to build something solid. You're not in this alone. And if you haven't met your people, watch the 1111 video about authenticity and calling in your tribe. The one from today. Because you need to build a very strong foundation with your collective, with your tribe, to avoid this tower, so that this crack, it's alchemy. This crack will go into this tower. This tower breaks and falls away and does not become a tower. What happens is rebirth. Rebirth with victory. And then more rest. There's just no avoiding this rest. But this is not major stuff. This is all little stuff. And I'm saying that based a lot on the Five of Wands. Even for this whole reading, the Five of Wands came out separate to remind me that this is all small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's just about getting your, we have the Eight of Swords over here, the mindfuckery card. Sorry, I keep cursing on y'all. Sorry about that. Over here you've got your Six of Cups, which is your soulmate. It's nostalgic energy, remembering good times of, maybe going all the way back to your childhood, and dreaming of the future of Ten of Pentacles. It's like you might be remembering how good your childhood was and you want to build that for yourself and your family in the future, whether you're already married, have children, or, if this is you're very young and just starting out, you're thinking about your childhood and wanting to build something solid like that in the future. But the mindfuckery is just killing you. And that's what has you got locked in your own mind, and that's what gave the devil the strings. So you have the power over all of this. Easier said than done, absolutely. But you do have the power over all of this. In this next spread, the only major arcanas, well, the Hanged Man is one too. You've got Stuck, Tower, and Death and Rebirth as your major arcanas. That's telling me that, God's gonna move in to break you out of this. It's always better if you can break yourself out first. Take a deep breath with me. And know that everything is okay. Right where you are, right in this minute, you are safe, you are loved, and you are protected. We always have work to do. And right now is a real big season of it. So there's a lot of stuff coming up in the cards. This is the universe trying to make sure that we're as ready as possible for these big fated unions coming together next year. This is a big deal, so the work is a big deal. It's a lot. It's the harder stuff. You can't hide from it. I've been rewatching Once Upon a Time lately, and an episode I watched last night or the night before, Snow White said something, spoiler alert, she was talking to Emma about how she had killed Cora. She used Regina to kill Cora, and Emma said to her, but you had no choice. And she said, yes, I had a choice. I could have chosen a harder path. There are always harder paths, but I didn't want to take it. And I wish I had. I wish I'd taken the harder path. And for those of us that are kind of set aside, set apart as, the healers of this shift, we're stuck with the harder path if we want to see our destiny through. Like I said, don't take all of this too seriously, because a lot of this is very minor stuff. Again, with the Five of Wands, wherever the Five of Wands went, oh, it's over here underneath. With the Five of Wands, this is the small stuff that we blow up in our minds. And then the devil comes in and attaches to it and makes it even bigger in our minds. And can bring us down. Well, actually, probably not a tower, but can bring us down, crash us down to the ground if we're not careful of this stuff. So we need to just go over our thoughts, go over our thinking. Who are you? Where are you going? Maybe just spend a little time in meditation over that tonight. I hope this reading helped somebody. I know it was a little messy, but hopefully this helped someone. Don't blow it up. Don't blow it up into a big deal. I think that's the devil showing up the way it was in the collective. I think a lot of us are starting to spiral in that, oh my God, it's the end of another year. We didn't get enough done. I'm feeling a lot of that coming in. You know what? You are enough. You got enough done. It's okay. Take a breath. Smile at the people that you love. Hug them if you're able to. And release it. Release the tension. Release the expectation. Release everything. Give it over to God. Let this beautiful elephant come through and smash down your barricades and open new ways for you to proceed from here. New paths will open up. Which just, we gotta watch the devil and the pettiness. I think those two cards combined are just, you know, it's little things messing with us. I'm sending you my love. I will be with you again tomorrow, Christmas Eve. I'm going to do a few readings. I have no idea what yet because I tend to channel that right before I get started. But I will be with you tomorrow doing some readings. So have a blessed evening. Have a blessed Christmas. And I will see you on the next video.